And hello to you, glorious internet viewers, all of you lovely folks out there in the digital ether. I am Noah Mitchell from your friendly Zenescope team here today with another exciting retailer live stream. Today we have a very exciting guest, a good friend of the Zenescope family. But before I go any further, I just want to reiterate, and you guys hear me say it all the time, that we, Zenescope, the company, and also the fans of comic books would not be where we are without local brick and mortar stores. Comic book shops, collector shops, anything that you can physically go into. These have been the lifeblood of the industry for as long as the industry's been around, as long as little Johnny's been getting bubble gum and sitting on the stoop reading Archie. So without them, we wouldn't be anywhere. So that's one of the reasons why we started these live streams, as a way to give back and highlight some of these awesome stores that, mean so much to us and mean so much to the fans in general. So without further ado, from Revival Collectibles, I'd like to bring on Mr. David Sweet. Dave, you ready? All right. How you doing, sir? Oh, no, I can't hear you.
Can't?
Oh, now we're good. We're good. Oh, thank God. I was like, no, it was just working.
Just working. So.
I know. So how you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for joining us. So for those of you, you might have met Dave in person if you were at one of our VIP events recently. Dave, you're kind of like our CGC liaison of sorts. Is that right?
Facilitator for CGC. So we, kind of show up at a lot of the signing events. The biggest thing with CGC is, you have to have someone authenticate the signature to send it in to get that, coveted gold label that everybody wants. And we're, have been lucky enough that they trust us to do that. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I definitely know everyone has loved and appreciated having you there present at the VIP events. And hopefully you've had a good time too.
Oh, yeah. The Zenescope VIP events are always, they can get a little crazy.
And hopefully we can, shameless plug, but hopefully we can see you in New Orleans.
I'll be there in New Orleans. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. So why don't you tell us? Oh, go ahead.
The New Orleans thing is on my birthday. So.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Plug. So.
All right. I officially owe you a drink. Don't let me forget. Whatever, or one of those fancy donuts, whatever they have.
Donut's fine with me. They're beignets, right?
Beignet. All right, winner. Point. So tell us a little bit about your shop. Tell us like where you are, where you're located, what you do.
We're in Grand Ledge, Michigan. I wouldn't necessarily call us a comic shop, but we are like your quintessential collectible store. We do a wide variety of everything, whether you're a man, woman, child, adult, grandparent. We have something here pretty much for everybody. We do comics and sports cards. We do collectible cards. We do coins, paper money, decorative collectibles, Swarovski, Yadro, Armani, Disney figures. We do rocks, fossils, minerals, gemstones, you name it, we do it all.
I was gonna say, I'm running out of fingers. I'm gonna have to move to toes to count them all.
Another thing that we do, which is kind of taken off in the last few years, is we do a lot of restoration work. So, if you break your sideshow statue, we can put it back together and you'll never know it was broken. If you smash your grandma's porcelain figurine playing football in her do not enter room, we do repairs for all that kind of stuff. And that's been kind of something that has, set us apart for, in the industry. There's not too many places that, if something's broken, usually throw it away. But, we try to make sure that that doesn't have to happen.
Well, I like, what's your tagline that you have underneath the logo?
So it's give your past a future.
See, I like that. And that's very on brand,
One of the things, so to be honest, people come in more to sell us stuff than they do to buy things. Whether it's, the economy or, with COVID and stuff like that, we've kind of transferred I want to say we probably buy 75% of the people want to sell us stuff as opposed to buy something. But, you're right. The tagline is perfect because, our job is to, we'll buy it and we'll find another home for it. And, it'll get loved there.
Nice. And now you were showing me a little bit around yesterday. I don't know if you can do it now, but do you have any of those big guys that you restore?
Yeah, I can walk you around a little bit. Let me
just because I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to. So for the people watching, our store is kind of set up slightly different. We have the upstairs is like all the decorative collectibles and coins and things like that, and then we have a much larger lower level, which has the comics and all the sideshow figures and all the diamond stuff. But the internet doesn't work down there, so unfortunately, I think you got some photos, but we'll show you around the upstairs. Let me switch my camera around here.
Yeah, no problem. And the good news is, if there's ever in need of a fallout shelter,
yes,
you guys are set.
Right. So here, you can't miss us when you're outside, because we have here's our beast guarding the door. Here's our Mike and Sully from the Monsters Inc. premiere. So, but here's some of some Yadro figurines. This is Armani. Here's all of our Swarovski, jewelry and collectible figurines. Here's a lot of the Disney, memorabilia and figurines and artwork. Here's a lot of the rocks and fossils. We import a lot of this from Brazil and Uruguay, and here's a mosasaur, if you're familiar with Jurassic Park, that the guy that jumps out of the water. So
that's pretty cool.
I think what you're referring to is this.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
So yeah, so we do besides sideshow figures and other things, we also restore animatronics here at the store. So here's a Chuck. We have a Munch back here.
Yes.
Some of the paper money. So yeah, we've been doing these for a number of years now. So
yeah, I just think that's so cool. Because that's something, and the same thing with like
cells. So
yeah,
but yeah, not too many of us left, Noah.
Oh no! I'm gonna see that in my dreams tonight.
Right? Yeah, they are a little creepy. It's kind of funny because there's been we did some of these many years ago, and then the Five Nights at Freddy's thing or whatever kind of happened, and there was kind of a resurgence for these robots and whatnot. So we've gotten a lot more of those, and then here's heads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are loving it in the comments too.
Yeah, I imagine so. They're actually quite rare. So there's the Chuck E. Cheese characters, and then other people might be more familiar with Showbiz Pizza. And so that was the Rock-afire explosion, and then you have Munch's Make Believe Band for the Chuck E. Cheese stuff. But there's probably, I don't remember what I told you yesterday, probably like 50 maybe 50 or 60 of these left.
And that's so cool, and it's not like they're making any more unless there's like a serious demand for animatronic bands. You're kind of left with what you got.
Right. Yeah. There's not too many of them left. And all the stores actually they disposed of the animatronics. If you go into a Chuck E. Cheese now, you'll see like a dance floor, instead of where the robots used to be. So
interesting. And that's such a cool thing for your shop too, especially with the Mike and Sully that you showed at the intro. Like, not everybody has that stuff.
No,
not everyone has life-size creatures.
The coolest thing we ever had was we actually had many years ago. We had an original Iron Man suit from the first movie.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Unfortunately, that's gone. Probably should have kept it, but it was neat. So every now and then we get really cool stuff. So the store is kind of neat because up downstairs we have a bunch of interesting things. I think I told you we've had Disney ride vehicles before. Like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. there's always something comes in. It's kind of like a museum slash, I mean, you don't even have to come in to buy anything. Now, I will let people know that we actually do not have normal business hours. So, if anyone wants to visit us, we actually do everything by appointments.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we kind of try to, it's kind of like your own personal service. You get the shop upstairs and downstairs for, however long you want to be here and shop around. It just kind of got too hectic being open for normal hours because, if I'm trying to work with someone that wants to sell stuff and then people want to come in and, have questions or whatever, I want to give everyone the attention that they need. Plus I talk a lot.
All right, no problems there. But no, that's awesome. Have you watched Andor yet?
No.
There's a character in Andor. The shop you're describing is very similar. So hopefully when you see it, you'll be like, oh man, that's me.
Is it Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities?
That's close.
They have a spot like that in Disney, I believe. I've been to or whatever. But yeah, it's our shop is very interesting. So,
well, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to show because like I said, you had sent me some of those pictures.
Yeah, and here's Howard, our mascot.
Oh, I love him.
Someone brought that in one day, and I just didn't have the heart to send him home.
No, I like that. Everyone's got to have a little something.
But yeah, so for comics, we specialize in mostly rarer, harder to find issues. We do a lot with, graded comics and CGC stuff and whatnot. We carry a lot of Zenescope products. So, we'll have pretty much everything from Zenescope for this year, but we only do the collector's covers. So, we'll have all the board games and all the Ketchum and all the Icon series, and all that kind of stuff. Obviously we have a lot of, the rarer books, higher end graded. That's kind of what we specialize in. And then do you want me to show the special?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you can see on the screen here, but I just pulled up some of those like all serial, all 9.8s, just one solid wall.
Yeah. So so for serial, so we had the opportunity to work with Paul. The serial covers have always been really kind of one of my favorites. Growing up, my grandma always force-fed me cereal, and it was Wheaties. And if everyone knows, as a kid, you don't want Wheaties. You want something with marshmallows or sugar or something like that. So I thought it was only fitting that instead of Wheaties, we went ahead and so we did Sweeties.
That's awesome, and that came out fantastic. I love it.
So kind of not only a play on words, but it fits with my last name quite well. So,
absolutely, uncanny.
So the deal with this is the book is going to be a giveaway. We had very few of these made. There are a couple regular editions, and then we did a very small run of showcases. These will be available. You'll get the regular with a $300 purchase, and the showcases with a $600 purchase. Now, I realize not everyone has that much money to spend at once, so it'll tally, right? So, whenever you hit the $300 mark, we'll send you the book with your purchase. We don't expect everyone to be able to do that at once, but anyone that's interested in one, we do want to be able to get one of them for them. But like I said, there's very few of these that are going to be available, and we will not be selling them individually.
Nice. And everyone in the comment section is going nuts for it too.
So yeah, I believe this will be the last, I think they said the last serial cover in the series, and then everything is going to candy boxes now, I believe.
Yep, we're moving into candy. We've more or less exhausted cereals. At this point, cereal companies are trying to keep up with us,
right?
Because we just keep going and doing more and more covers. So I think at this point, moving forward, next year is going to be all candy boxes.
Yeah, hey, that's all right. Those, the first one, the Zizzlers, that was a banger too. So we'll close out the cereal covers with good old Wheaties, and look forward to what's to come.
Well, I see Gary just said that she missed it. So Gary, for your convenience, here's a close-up image for you. Nice JPEG.
Yeah, a much higher res.
But I like seeing it in person too, and I love seeing it displayed like that.
Yeah, someone came in right before the event because they were picking up some Swarovski for Christmas, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool."
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah,
Awesome.
it was fun.
So do you have any upcoming things for the store? I know you said it's mostly by appointment only. Oh, I do want to throw in, you had told me earlier that your GoDaddy, your main website, is kind of defunct for the time being.
Yeah, that shout out to GoDaddy for ruining my web store.
So I do, if you are looking to acquire some stuff.
Yeah, so we don't really do a whole lot with eBay for comics, especially because eBay and some of the Zenescope covers, they don't get along well. But I did throw a bunch of stuff up on there just to kind of give people an idea of some of the inventory that we have. I put the prices obviously a little higher than they actually would be to prevent people from getting them. So if there's anything you see on there, or if you have any kind of want list, I'm really easy to get a hold of. You can find me on Facebook in the VIP group. You can call the store. You can send me an email. Any of that stuff's fine, and we can show you all that stuff. But like I said, we pretty much have probably almost everything that's came out last year and this year, as well as a lot of those rarer books and tons of stuff. If you're into CGC graded stuff, we have that in spades.
Yeah, for sure. Like every book that I'm seeing in the pictures that you've sent is like stamped, sealed, graded 9.8. 9.8.
Yeah, Jason is probably laughing in the background because he knows how picky I am. Yeah. when it comes to this kind of stuff. So we also offer pressing services and stuff like that too. Which is a kind of a newer thing in the industry. Comics used to be, you read it. Now, they're as an investment. So if you have a book that you're interested in getting submitted, we can kind of work that over to make it be a higher grade.
Awesome. Good to know.
Yeah. But
right.
Yeah, so that's us, in a nutshell. It's a lot of stuff, but yeah, if anyone is in the area, it's definitely worth a stop in. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that it's like a treasure trove all to yourself when you go in, you just get to explore and hopefully not break anything, because there are some very fragile looking things around there.
Yeah, we have insurance.
Good to hear. Well then, Dave, I thank you so much again for taking the time to talk with us today, showing us around your store, showing us that awesome cover. And we're going to go do some sales here and hopefully try and make you some extra cash.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thanks. You guys have a great day.
We appreciate you. See you, David. All right. That was David, everybody, from Revival Collectibles. Jason, if you're ready in the studio, we're going to throw it on over to you. All right. Let's get right into this segment. Ready, rockin', and roll.
Ho, ho, ho. First of all, I want to say a huge thanks to Dave Sweet for doing a stream with us. Like Noah had mentioned, Dave is our facilitator. He is our CGC rep. He takes down everybody's name as far as getting books graded. We met David in Vegas. We met David in Philly. I've been fortunate enough to have David actually come to the office a couple of times to grab some books and stuff like that. He actually did a little bit of explaining as far as how to get his book. You do have to go to his web store. I believe it's revivalcollectibles.com. If it isn't, if you guys could correct me on that. Dave, if you want to comment in the comments as far as what your web store is and so forth. We're not going to be selling that book. We're also not going to be selling the showcase too as well. That is only strictly Dave's book. He paid us ahead of time, and then we gave him the book, and it's his to there it is right there. It's going to be on eBay .com under Revival Collectibles right there. So there's the web store right there and how to achieve that book and how to get to it. So right now we want to talk about a few books that we're going to be selling ourselves in conjunction with David too as well. Half of the proceeds going to Dave. over at Revival Collectibles. Hey to all you guys back in the stream, dude. Thanks so much for joining us as always. Jay, I got new smack talk, dude. Trey Turner, dude. Trey Turner, okay? Not the best free agent on the market. I would have taken, he's best free agent fit for the Phillies that is concerned. I can't put him in the class of the big bomber from the Bronx, that man, Judge, as far as the best free agent on the market. But Trey Turner is an absolute stud, just signed by my Phillies. I'm going to tell you right now, it is just a joyous time to be a Philadelphia fan. I'm not even going to talk about the Eagles, who are just stomping all over the NFL. All right, so let's rock on. Let's go to the Robin Hood last stop. This will be new release 1. Case, if you want to put up your graphic, I'm sure Casey actually has all the covers and all the books right there. There they are right there. So that is cover A all the way to your left-hand side of your screen. Cover A is Igor Vitorino. Cover B is Harvey Tullibau. Cover C is Igor Lomov. And then cover D is Keith Garvey. So what you want to do is, if you're interested in new release 1, put NR1A. You can put NR1A and C. You can put NR1C and D in the notes. Please specify whether you want to have it signed by the writer. That's Joe Brusha. Dave actually did not work on this book, so I'm going to offer up just signed by Joe. And again, Joe is the writer on this book. Specifically, it's only $5.99. So in this issue of Robin Hood, it's actually Robin Hood kind of going underground. She is battling with the Wendigo monster and so forth. Wendigo, you can kind of pronounce that however you want to pronounce it. I call it Wendigo. You could say Wendigo. Good enough for me. Again, you're selecting either A, B, C, or D, or you can select multiple covers if you'd like to. The D happens to be my favorite. It's a Keith Garvey. Keith Garvey just slaughters all. The Igor Lomov, though, is absolutely slamming. I'm a big fan of the A cover on this, too, as well, actually, to tell you the truth. The Igor Vitorino. So, again, this is Robin Hood kind of battling a creature underneath, basically in the train systems of New York and so forth. She kind of gets a little bit of help from one of the passengers on the train and so forth. And she kind of winds up taking on this monster and so forth. Robin Hood is almost kind of like our female vigilante. She is she's a hero in an aspect or whatever, but there's been times in her life where she's actually hunted by the police, wanted by the law and so forth. But she is a good gal. She's absolutely badass. We're a big fan of Robin Hood, and obviously you can see as our version of Robin Hood. She's a female version too as well. So if you're interested in NR1, again, please put NR1 into the notes. It would be NR1A, B, C, or D. Andrew, what's going on, brother? Good to see you as always. Good to see your wife, Catherine, too, as well. Hope you guys are doing well in New Mexico. Hope everybody out there had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are really looking forward to Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, Festivus, however you celebrate. Hope you guys do it safely. Hope you guys have a good time. I think, we are going to be able to talk to you guys before Christmas. I think we're doing a stream on December 20th, 21st, something like that. So December 20th and December 21st will be our next live stream. We'll be doing some Christmas field books, I'm sure. We actually have some Christmas field books coming up for you today. So hang on for those. All right. The next new release that I want to talk about is Van Helsing Writing Shadows. First of all, this one's written by Pat Shand. I'm a big fan of Pat. Pat can write his butt off. I really dig Pat's writing style. This one actually kind of pits not only Van Helsing, but it also introduces Mystere too as well. This one kind of takes place in New Orleans. There is an evil creature. What the heck is that thing called, dude? It's called what is it called, dude? You know? It's called some freaking something priest or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? You guys didn't read it? It's like a soul sucker, but it's like what the heck's his name though? You know what I'm talking about? It's in the book, dude. Yeah, but I can't read it with my contacts in. You forget his name? He's like the something priest or something like that, or something monk. Yes. Monk. What is it? Black monk. The Black Monk? I don't know about that. No, it's something like that though. Well, I'm looking for it, so yeah, I just read it today. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a big fan. All right. Anyway, so she winds up hiring Mystere. I'm not going to tell you what goes on or whatever, but obviously a little bit team up. Again, Van Helsing and Mystere. So Van Helsing, she's obviously a female vampire slayer, monster battler, and so forth. She is the daughter of the famous vampire slayer, Abraham Van Helsing. And then Mystere actually has the ability to control the dead. She has the ability to summon the dead, use those spirits towards her advantage, that kind of thing. I would almost kind of call her a witch. Maybe not necessarily a witch doctor, that kind of thing, but she's absolutely badass in her own right too as well. So the covers that you see there are cover A, B, C, and D. First of all, I am a huge fan of this cover B by Alan Otero. Kind of has like a Stranger Things feel to it. Just absolutely badass. That's the creature right there they wind up battling. So cover A is Igor Vitorino. Again, cover B is Alan Otero. Cover C is Maguro, just crushing it. And then cover D is Lobos. So Lobos is actually a cover artist that we've been doing a lot of stuff with recently. And he's been absolutely killing. He's got obviously a very unique style to his covers. And I happen to love I love his cover D. I love all four of these. I'm a big fan of actually every single one of these. It is like a Marvel team up, but it is only Zenescope style. Again, so yeah, Van Helsing and Mystere. And then I see Raven Gregory making an appearance in the stream. Raven, when are you gonna start freaking writing for us again, dude? All right, I want you to focus, dude. I need you to get focused and start writing. All right, I don't care what you write, just write something. Write a little Raven something. All right, write something and sign it and then send it to me. All right, write me a Christmas card. All right, so this would be NR2. This would be new release 2. Again, specify A, B, C, or D. This one's written by Pat. So this one actually, Joe and Dave, along with Ralph, Dave Wall, all collaborated on the story. So this one you would have signed by Dave and Joe as well. So if you're interested in having these signed, please specify whether you want to have it signed or you do not. Again, we're looking for NR2, A, B, C, or D. You can select multiple covers. You can have one signed and not another one. Raven, that's because you're doing too much stand-up, dude. All right, I want you to get off stage. I want you to get your butt in the chair and start writing, dude. I need you. All right, dude. We last saw Raven in Phoenix, and it was just an absolute joy to see Raven. Not only did we have Raven in Phoenix, we had Mike DeBalfo, Nia Ruffino, Marat Michaels, all in the same area, just like literally a who's who of Zenescope, all in the same area. It's just an absolute great time with all those cover artists and Raven all in the same area. Phoenix is a great show. If you guys get a chance to go to Phoenix Fan Fusion, I highly recommend going over. All right, so again, this will be NR2. And again, please specify covers A, B, C, or D. You can select multiple covers if you would like. Again, you can also have them signed. You can have them signed by Joe and Dave too as well. And then the graphic novels that I want to talk about, the one I want to talk about first off is Van Helsing, Eve of Oblivion. Okay, so Van Helsing, Eve of Oblivion actually collects a lot of single issues. First of all, there's over 370 pages of writing in here. Okay, so that's the reason why it's $30. Okay, so first and foremost, I wanted to kind of get that out there. A lot of my stores were wondering why this was so much as far as wholesale cost. Okay, so Van Helsing, Eve of Oblivion. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it collects. Again, it collects Van Helsing and the Bloodlust. All right, it also collects Van Helsing issue 50. It also collects Black Annis, Hellfire, Steampunk, Invisible Woman, Beast of Exmoor, Return to the League of Monsters Parts 1 and 2. This is basically a continuation off of our Van Helsing box set. So if you don't have our Van Helsing box set, I believe there's 9 volumes in the box set. Has like Van Helsing Dark and the Light, Van Helsing versus the Mummy, Van Helsing versus Dracula, so on and so forth. Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter, a whole bunch of different graphic novels all in one box set. You can find that on our web store at Zenescope.com. This is a continuation from that, but it's also a standalone in that you could start with this if you've never read our Van Helsing before. Okay, so this would be graphic novel 1, and again, it would be signed by Joe and Dave too as well. Please specify whether you want to have it signed or unsigned. The one thing I think is really cool in this graphic novel too as well is, and I kind of bookmarked this page, and let me get the sticky note out of the way, is so you're going to see some of the covers on the inside of the book there. Now, I brought out this bad boy because, first of all, it's a little Sun Kaminaki. Then it also has a little bit of Elias Chadzudis there too as well. So let me see if I can kind of zoom in on these bad boys right there for you. So again, it has the covers on the inside of the book too as well, regular covers, A, B, C, and D for each one of these volumes. And then here's some more of the covers that are on the inside of the book too as well. All right, there's a little Mike Chrome. I know that one off the top of my head, and that one is Josh Burns. That Josh Burns, this cover right here, up here, actually sold out literally in a matter of days by Josh Burns when he did that one for Van Helsing Hellfire. So if you're interested in Van Helsing Eve of Oblivion, again, it's 370 pages of writing. That's why it's $30. Definitely a steal as far as that's concerned. I think most of the single issues that are in here were all oversized. They were all either 64 pages, 74 pages, that kind of thing. They were either $5.99, $6.99 to as high as $7.99. So this collects, again, all those single issues that I mentioned. And again, it's just $30 for the book. And if you're interested in it, please put it into the notes. And then also please specify whether you want to have it signed or unsigned. All right, for the next graphic novel, I need her to put up the banner and then get her butt up here. All right, I'm bringing up Casey, who actually featured this book on Coffee with Casey and Noah. She also wanted to do a little bit of sales herself. So I'm going to hand it over to Case. All right. First of all, you get the cover. One thing I mentioned is the cover is Archer. I'm a big fan of Archer. Go ahead, Case.
Yeah. Also, Raven's here, so he gets to hear me talk about his
Lovely
book.
Raven. Listen up.
Hi,
you don't know
Raven.
anything about your book. You're about to learn.
So this is an older book, I believe. 2000. Let's find out.
Oh, it's older. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say it's
definitely
like
older.
2015, something like that.
This is saying 2012.
2012. Whoa.
And so this was like pre-Grimm Tales of Terror.
Yep.
Before Tales of Terror was a thing. And I really like it. I was kind of telling Noah on the show that it vaguely reminded me of Conspiracy because it was a bunch of different stories that all loosely tied together, and you find out at the end as a big surprise.
I see that.
There's definitely some favorite stories in there. Raven messaged me and he's like, I completely forgot about the whole story. There's a story about the hole in the ceiling that sneaks people up. It's very, very exciting. And then what's the other one? Oh, the guy who forgets his life slowly, and it's more of a psychological horror. We don't do like a lot of that. We usually go for the gruesome. Yeah. But this was really fun. It was really different. And this one also has a lot of art in the back. It actually does the full pages.
Yeah, there's an Ali Garza cover right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this actually collects all of the single issues in the back. We used to do that with all of our older graphic novels. Yep. So you get a little EBAS in there too as well. This actually collects all the issues, and I believe it was either a 1 through 5 series or a 1 through 6. This theater, right? And it collects all those. There's some NEI covers in the back there too. Mm-hmm. So go ahead.
I'm trying to find the NEI cover. Well, she did a lot of the colors back when she was a big colorist. Where?
Yeah, right there.
This one? She colored that one. No. Rodin S.
Oh, you know what it is? NEI did a variant like that, and it looks almost identical to that. I love that cover.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
It's only $10.
And it's only $10. There it is right there. There's theater.
It used to be $16.
Right. So if you buy this in a comic shop, it'd be $15.99. But if you buy it here on the stream today, graphic novel 2, again, it would be $10, and it would be signed by Joe. If we had Raven in house, we would have Raven sign it for you for free. So again, try and keep in mind all signatures on any of the books are free. This is graphic novel number 2, and again, it's theater. I like theater because theater's got some twist to it, kind of like Casey alluded to it. It is dark, it's twisted too as well, but it's got some twist to it that, again, are not necessarily typical Zenescope. Yeah, Raven does that whole story's freaky, exactly. Aaron's read it too. I read it a long time ago. I'm a big fan of Raven in the first place. If you haven't read The Gift, if you haven't read Waking, if you haven't read Return Beyond Escape from Wonderland of Raven Gregory's, you are missing the boat. Raven Gregory is an exceptional writer. We are extremely fortunate to have him do some writing for us. And the theater is one of those. And again, I'm just doing it for $10. So if you're interested in that bad boy, put it into the notes. All right, so we're going to do some exclusives. Please don't put book number 1, book number 2 into the notes. That's not going to get it done. All right, so I'm going to be relying on Casey as far as the images and the banners are concerned. The first book that we're going to do is the 500 print run. So Casey, if you want to go ahead and put it up. There it is right there. It's a cover by Ian McDonald. Throw up the banner and let everybody know what they're saying. They're looking for elves. We are looking for elves, and we're going to take the first 20 people that put elves, E-L-V-E-S, into the stream. Again, it's an Ian McDonald. It's only $10. It is a 500 print run. This is our December Diamond book. The book itself is actually a Grim Spotlight Red Agent Friendly Fire, which we actually don't have in stock currently. Is there any way you guys can unfreeze my comics? My comments seem to be stuck at, yeah, can you, thank you. There you go, thanks so much. Yep, put me all the way at the bottom because I missed a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. All right, so again, elves is what we're looking for. Again, it's $10. It's limited. It's a limited 500 print run. Again, it's covered by Ian McDonald. Ian McDonald just absolutely crushing once again. Just absolutely killing it for the covers that he does. So again, I want to give Kiera a little bit of time. So a couple of things that I wanted to mention is, first of all, we did a VIP stream on December 1st that went really, really, really well. I had a bunch of you guys email me after the stream, add on a bunch of books. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that did shoot me an email. I had a bunch of stories from a bunch of people, and I wasn't really able to get back to people, like as far as, wishing me well for Christmas, saying thank you so much to the gang. But while I got the gang here or whatever, everybody said thank you to Casey, thank you to Noah, thank you to Kiera, thank you to Di, everybody that Phil, we're not going to do that to stream. Yeah, during the VIP event, we were fortunate enough to have Casey's mom come on, and that was certainly a lot of fun. We also did a game too on the VIP event that really, really turned out well. We didn't budget for the time, so I want to apologize on our behalf that we were kind of rushing Casey as far as trying to get through the game, trying to get through all the people that paid to be in. I think there was like about 15 people that we had on, so I want to say a huge thank you to all those guys and gals that played the game. We're definitely going to do that game again. We just got to budget the time and do a little smarter next time as far as being able to show you all the things that you're going to win or the chance of the possibility of winning, that kind of thing. So if you select Rip It, meaning you're going to have, are you set? Yep. All right. Looks like we're rocking on. So again, next time we do that game, we'll do it a little bit better. She does have it going on, Larry. Thanks so much. Tammy, we missed you in the VIP event. Tammy, what are you doing, dude? Jeff Dean, I was fortunate enough to talk to Jeff Dean on email, and he added a couple books too as well. Jeff, thanks so much. As always, appreciate your business, my friend. All right, so book number 2, whenever you are ready, Case. Again, I'm not looking for book number 2. I am looking for something else. There is the book right there. It's a cover by Mike Chrome. This one's going to be $20, and we're looking for Reindeer. All right, Reindeer. Reindeer is spelled just how you see it on the screen right there. I have seen R-I-E-N. No, it's not that. It's Reindeer, which is R-E-I-N. Reindeer is what we're looking for. Reindeer, again, it's $20. It's a cover by Mike Chrome. Obviously, a fantastic looking gal sitting in front of the tree. I believe that's Violet on the cover there. Obviously, sitting in front of the Christmas tree. How are we working this? Oh, boy, Deanna, if you've never done this before, you're in trouble. Deanna, what you need to do is actually when we give you the code for the book, whether it's elves, whether it's reindeer, you need to put that code in for the book itself, and that gets you that book. Unfortunately, though, we only have so many books that we're allowed to sell in this. Joe, I'm not looking for rain. I'm looking for reindeer. All right, but Joe, as long as you're among the 20 only people that have put it in or whatever, you're good. But I am looking for reindeer as far as the code is concerned. Okay. So Deanna, to let you know, we're looking for the codes that we're given on these books, meaning the first book that we selected was Elves. So you put Elves in if you were interested in that book. I got a feeling that we sold out of all 20. Gus, hang on a second. We're going to look at, Gus didn't make it. So Gus, we only had 20 people that make it. So unfortunately, it did sell out. We had 20 people buy it. I am positive we are going to have 20 people for reindeer too as well. So again, These books kind of sell out kind of quickly. One of the things that we do, or one of the reasons why we limit these books, I should say, is How Did I Not Make Elves? Jay, I don't know, dude. Will you not click on the draw, dude? What are you doing, dude? So we actually do get quite a few complaints as far as why didn't I make it? And I'll tell you right now, this is how you don't make it. So first and foremost, we use StreamYard. So StreamYard combines Facebook. It also combines Twitch, and it also combines YouTube Live. Okay, I can tell you right now, Twitch and YouTube Live. That's okay, Jed. I'm going to explain it anyway, just the same. Twitch and YouTube Live are faster than Facebook. All right, hint, hint. Get on those platforms. I know Facebook is a great platform and everybody loves to use it. I know you did. Facebook, everybody loves to use Facebook, but I can tell you right now, Facebook is the slowest of the three. All right. So
also reminds, like, currently we're at 65 people.
Okay.
So all 65 people want these books.
Yeah.
The 20 that we have.
Yep, exactly. So so we have 65 people watching the stream. So I can tell you right now, these books tend to go really, really fast. When 65 people are watching, it's actually 66. So we have 66. If funner was a word, Gary, I would agree with you. I would say Facebook is a lot more fun, yes. But Facebook is slower than StreamYard is, or excuse me, than Twitch is, and it's also slower than YouTube Live. All right, so if we're ready to rock and roll. So again, we're combining 3 different platforms all into one. So although you may be 3rd or 4th in Facebook, you are not 3rd or 4th in line, okay? You're going to be going after a lot of the people from YouTube Live, and you're also going to be going after a lot of the people at Twitch because, again, those things are much, much faster. All right, there you go. Robert Hopkins saying this is where 2 screens come in extremely handy. Okay, all right, so let's go to the 3rd book that we're doing. Case, whenever you are ready, it's going to be another Mike Chrome. This one we only have 10 of. Gus, maybe in a flash sale. All right, this bad boy we only have 10 of. And the code we are looking for is trees or tree. You can just put tree up. All right, throw up tree. And we're only looking for the first 10 people to get tree. And again, it's just $40. Jay, looks like Jay was like right on it, dude. All right. And he's on Twitch. Jay, I don't know if you took my advice, but I don't know how fast you were freaking getting grabbing tree. All right. So I don't know if you guys kind of noticed this, but we're doing a little bit of Christmas themed. We did elves, we did reindeer, we did tree. All right. I'm sure tree is sold out. Please don't put it into the notes. You're not going to get it. All right, dude. That thing was fast. All right. The other reason why we limit these books too, as well, is that a lot of these variants go to the comic shops that are subscribing to our Diamond Retailer program through Diamond, who is our distributor. So these books are not readily made available on our web store. I actually just made these available at our VIP event just this past December 1st. Hint, hint. This is why you should be a VIP. This is why you should jump on a VIP stream when we do them. Don't miss these things, okay? So again, don't miss these events when we do them. Again, especially when we do a VIP event on a stream, I'm always going to have books that you guys are. The next book is not Tannenbaum, all right? And I don't think it's Santa either, all right? So don't jump the gun. You can't do that, all right? So whenever we're ready with a graphic case, looks like Kiara is ready to rock and roll. So we'll be putting up the people that got tree for the 3rd book. All right, ready, dude. Let's do it, dude. There's a sheer version. It doesn't look like you stickered that at all, dude.
I didn't.
I see that. All right, this one's Santa. It's Santa, dude. It's Santa. And Gary, Santa from previous does not count, dude. You got to do Santa after we say it's Santa. All right, so it's $75. I'm seeing 3 or 4 people grabbing Santa for $75. Bam, there it is right there. That was quick, dude. Real quick. All right. So again, we're only looking for 5 books there. Santa again is $75, and I'm going to have the print too as well. The print's almost always doesn't sell out, I should say. We'll do that in a little bit. So we'll give you guys the names as far as book 1, which was elves, book 2, which was reindeer, book 3, which was tree, and then book 4, which was Santa. All right. Gary, I know you said Santa, but you pre-said Santa. You can't do that. You can't pre-buy. There's no pre-buying, dude. All right, I can't allow it, dude. All right. Judge and jury says, no. All right. I know that's not funner, but yeah, you can't pre-say Santa. All right. Gary, I'm only messing with you, Noel. I love you, dude. We were fortunate enough to meet Gary and her husband. They came in for the Philly VIP event. She actually was kind enough to stop in to the office. She brought gifts for everybody. Gary, that was really kind of you guys to stop in. It was wonderful meeting you guys. Looks like Kiara's ready to rock and roll, so let's go to the print. The print is, again, Mike Chrome. So if you didn't sticker this thing, dude, all right, I had some fantastic stickering going on right here. All right? I had ho, as in ho, 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 as in ho.
Is that a DQ?
Yeah, Casey, you got to get yours off. Get it off. Get it off. You're DQ. Get it off. You will get it off now, or you will suffer dire consequences. You will get it off now, or you will suffer dire consequences. All right. We're looking for print number 1. We're looking for print number 1, and again, print number 1 is $30. All right. All right. So again, this is Mike Chrome. Try and keep in mind too, it has the logo from my main man Dave Sweet. It's got a little Revival Collectibles on there. The print is limited to 25. There's only so many made of the 25 of the Eric. That's only because she's cheating. Okay. All right. No, she got DQ'd. She got DQ'd on those. We'll see if you get DQ'd on the next 3 books. There better be some stickers on those ones because those are not sheer. Those are just out and about. All right. All right. So again, print 1, print. You can just put print into the notes and that works. Again, I got 25 of these versions available. Dave, these will be available. Jeff, I'm pretty sure you will not take a tree, sir. That book was sold out, my friend. All right. But again, if you need a tree for your Christmas tree, hey, I'm with it. I'm with it, dude. All right. So again, print number 1. Again, it's correct by Mike Chrome. It comes with ho, 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 ho. How about a nice football? Football. What's a football? All right, there it is right there. And again, it has the logo, little Revival Collectibles logo right there on the bottom. My main man, Dave Sweet. And there it is. All right, so if you're interested in the print, again, it's $30 for the print, and we're doing 25 of those bad boys. I'm going to give Kiara a little bit of time to write those down. You ready to rock and roll? All right, let's do it, dude. All right, so let's do the special pack. So we go over 3 on the special pack. I think I'm okay with that. All right, so if we do like 5 or 6, I'm ready to do that. All right, so the special pack is $250. So try and keep in mind, if you put special pack in the notes, it's $250 that you are spending. All right, you are getting the lingerie, the Z-rated versions of these lingerie books. All right, you are getting the Jay Anacleto. There they are right there. All right, so there's the Jay Anacleto, there's the Dawn McTague, and there's also the Carla Cohen. All right, these are June, August, and September. The books themselves are Grimm Fairy Tales 59, Grimm Fairy Tales: The Swimsuit 2022, and then also Grimm Spotlight Iron Maiden. Okay, those are the books that are in there in the pack. It looks like Larry's grabbing the pack too as well. So if anybody's interested, Larry, if you're interested in doubling up on the pack, if nobody else is buying it, I'll let you have 2 of them, dude. All right, so again, the special pack again is $250. You're getting all 3 of these Z-rateds for $250. Try and keep in mind our Z-rateds are normally $100 unless you bought them on Black Friday and then you were able to take advantage of a severe discount. But the special pack again is $250. So you're basically getting 1 of these Z-rated books for $50, the other 2 for regular price. All right, Jay, I couldn't agree with you more. We have some absolutely fantastic ladies that do cover work for us, including Nia Ruffino, including Sabine Rich, including Ula Moss. We are just unbelievably fortunate. Dawn McTague, obviously, and Carla Cohen. We are extremely fortunate in that regard to have all the young ladies that do covers for us. What's that one young lady's name? She bought the cover. She did the gallery. What's her name? Jennifer Leonard. Big fan of Jennifer Leonard. We are extremely fortunate to work with all the ladies that do cover work for us. Extremely, extremely fortunate. We deal with some of the best cover artists in the industry, period. But the ladies that do cover work for us, just absolutely knocking it out the box. We are extremely, extremely fortunate in that regard. All right. So that is a special pack. If you're interested in the special pack, go ahead and put it to the notes. Are you going to allow me to? All right. So these are my stickers. All right. This was Jay Anacleto. I want you to know, first of all, I just used a little triangle on the right side. I took a little Noah teaching right there, and then I trimmed down my A. So it's not a T and A, it's a triangle and A, right? Each one of these actually has some significance as far as the letters are concerned. And then the Dawn, I went with E.T. Great Christmas movie. E.T., dude. E.T. phone home. E.T. All right? Not to be confused with E.D. All right, but E.T. All right, there they are right there. Actually fantastic work. And then I went with Z.D. I don't know why I went with Z.D., but I went with Z.D.
Like 3D, but ZD.
Like 3D, but ZD. All right? Like I'm going to be watching some Avatar in about a week in 3D. All right? All right, there you go. How is E.T. E.T. is definitely a Christmas movie, dude. All right?
Yeah.
Doesn't E.T. take place during Christmas? Doesn't it, or something like that? E.D. No bone. What do you got? Doesn't it take place during Christmas? I could have swore. I haven't seen that movie, dude, in like easily 20 years. It's easily been 20 years. I could have swore E.T. took place during Christmas. Maybe I'm thinking of Gremlins, dude. I know Gremlins take place during Christmas. Yeah, Gremlins definitely a Christmas movie.
Maybe you're thinking about the E.T. Atari game that
Abby, how are you going to judge me if you never even saw it? Oh, dude, you're pulling a Casey right now. This is what Casey does. Casey tries to tell me, all right, you know what? We're going to do a fast poll right here. We're going to do a real fast poll, and this is in honor of Casey. Now, I'm not going to say which movie I prefer. All right? We're going to do a fast poll since we got about 10 minutes left. All right? For those of you that would prefer Fifth Element over Star Wars, please say so. So if you prefer Star Wars or Fifth Element, we're taking votes real quick.
Which Star Wars?
I'm going to go with the original. Got to go with the original. Star Wars, the original, that would be with Luke as the whiny beep and Harrison, the introduction of Harrison Ford. You cannot combine Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back because then it's unfair. Because Empire Strikes Back is literally one of the greatest movies of all time. So I'm seeing some Fifth Elements in here, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Go ahead, what do you got?
Okay, so in the famous words of Abby Lee Miller, you're only as good as your last performance. Therefore, the last Star Wars movie was not critically.
That's not true because the last Star Wars thing would be Andor. Andor, and Andor is phenomenal. Okay, Andor is absolutely phenomenal.
We're talking movies.
Kyle, I agree with you. So first of all, they're both fantastic movies. The problem is Star Wars is iconic. Star Wars was seen over and over and over and over and over again by 70s and 80s generation for 5, 6, and 7 years that it was still in the theater.
And they should expand
I'm still waiting for a Fifth Element too. You know why there's never going to be one? Because there's never going to be one.
Because
okay?
It was a complete story. Don't mess with perfection.
All right, Casey votes for Dolphins there. Star Wars was life-altering. There you go. Jay Long hitting it exactly on the head. It's not even close. Star Wars is iconic. It is arguably the greatest movie ever made. All right, it's right up there with Godfather. It's right up there with any movie you want to name. Star Wars is arguably the greatest movie ever made. Okay, because they did it right the first time. All right, Matthew, no. Fifth Element sucked. Robin, thank you so much for saying that. I can't say Fifth Element sucked. All right, I'm a fan of Bruce Willis. I'm a fan of Chris Tucker. I'm also a fan of Gary Oldman, who I think is actually pretty good in it. I think Chris Tucker actually steals the show. He's really good. The problem is the premise. Okay, dude? The premise is not good. Okay? It's not good. Okay? It's most dysfunctional family. Is Star Wars the most dysfunctional family in the galaxy? Mark, they're the only family in the galaxy, dude. All right? The Skywalkers, dude. All right? Darth Vader. Arguably the greatest villain of all time. Darth Vader, dude. All right? There you go. Fifth Element was good for watching Mila Jovovich. All right, so we're going to leave you on that. What do you got?
Chris Tucker.
What about Chris Tucker?
He made that whole movie.
Chris Tucker was funny.
Hysterical.
Okay? He's good.
Fantastic.
If you're looking for fun, I'm going to tell you right now, Star Wars has Harrison Ford. Some of the line for Harrison Ford are absolutely hysterical. Okay. All right. Big fun going on in Star Wars. Or you can listen to Luke be a whiny bitch. All right. And he's funny too as well. All right. Then there's Chewbacca too as well. That's all they do is whine and tell them. All right, dude. All right. Again, thanks so much for voting. Appreciate all your votes. Gary Oldman was phenomenal in The Professional. Big fan of him in The Professional. Gary Oldman is just a phenomenal actor. He was great in the Harry Potter series too as well. Gary Oldman. I just watched a special actually on the Harry Potter series where Gary Oldman and the lead from what is his name? The lead from Harry Potter, the kid. Can't think of his name. You know what I'm talking about, huh? Daniel Radcliffe. Okay.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter, right? Daniel Radcliffe, just had an absolutely fantastic bond between the two of them. It was really, really cool to see just all those phenomenal actors in that. All right, so without further ado, we're going to say bye. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for participating. Hope you guys had fun. Later. We're out.